Welcome to the Saga, where I read the Saga comics and then proceed to traumatize my husband with them. Today we're doing chapters 9, 10, 11, and 12. Wahahaha. Oh, I should have brought some tissues.
Why?
Reasons. Alright, chapter 9. You may hold. So chapter 9 starts with Will.
She's getting footsies with him.
In fact, this chapter is all the Will, and he is rescuing this child that keeps getting called Slave Girl. I'm not too fond of that, but...
What in the living
I have no idea.
hell?
But her name is Mama Sun. And there's no nipple. Or, lower body parts of... Those are cod pieces. You can show.
You sure? Wait. So that's not their head? So this is their head?
Tell you
Because there's a tongue.
the anatomy of alien creatures.
There's the tongue. There's a tongue there, and then the eyes. And
no, I didn't censor him because there was no nipple, or I didn't tell you.
Oh my god!
All right, where was I at? Oh yeah. He is rescuing this child that keeps getting called Slave Girl. I'm not too fond of that, but as we don't know her name, it is what it is. Anyway, the Will's rescuing the child, and he almost doesn't make it out when the stalk returns. Looking quite healthy after taking a shot to the chest.
Is the hole still there? Or
yeah.
Oh, it's sewed up.
Mm-hmm. And together, the Will and the stalk defeat the bad guys. Make out over their bodies. You flip the page. Defeat the bad guys. Make out over their bodies. And ride off into the sunset. With their adopted child in tow. Only for the adopted child to suddenly turn evil and Will wakes up from a dream. Whole thing was a dream sequence.
The fuck? So the child never existed?
Well, the child did exist, but the stalk returning and helping him rescue was a dream sequence.
Oh.
Yeah.
The Afro Samurai.
But he wakes up and Gwendolyn being there, he wakes up to Gwendolyn being there. And demanding his cooperation, especially since Wreath High Command paid him to do a job and he's just out there napping.
Okay, I can see it now.
What?
It's a staff.
Yeah. She does actually use it.
I thought it was like
he and
a
Gwendolyn
lightsaber.
strike a deal for her to get the girl off of Sextillion, and then he will complete the job. Also, Gwendolyn kind of lets it slip that Prince, the person who killed the stalk, the girl the Will loved, is also after Alana and Marco, and he might be able to get some revenge if he was so inclined. But first, we must rescue the child. So Gwendolyn, using her skills of trickery and manipulation, convinces Mama Sun, which again is the name of the purple lady. She convinces Mama Sun into trading the child. Only when Gwendolyn and the Will go to retrieve the child, it's a setup.
Is that a giant peach?
I just call it the whirlybird.
It looks like a giant peach. But
I do call it whirlybird because it reminds me of because you see the helicopter. It whirlybird, whirlybird. Yeah, when they go to retrieve the child, and it's a setup, so they have to fight their way free. Anyway, that's not a sword. It's a lance.
It's a sword whip.
Yeah, it's a lance.
I don't know why he calls it a lance when it's skinny.
Oh, you didn't get my whole Knight's Tale reference. Anyway, they fight their way free by killing everybody and running off the child. A little deja vu there.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, the cat is, because the lance and...
Bulletproof cape.
Mm-hmm. I like Batman. And he's got a Batman cowl.
It looks more like, what is his name? The Ghost. Space Ghost.
But, Gwendolyn uses the same lightning magic that Marco used. And then you find out she actually learned that from Marco himself.
Oh, my God.
Yep.
She's an ex.
And now we have a new family unit. Even though they haven't really become a found family, I have a feeling. Especially as Gwendolyn argues with the Will about the necessity of counseling and education for their newly and inadvertently adopted child. Anyway, they fly off into space, sunset in their whirlybird, and as they are arguing about her upbringing, we discover that the girl has psychic powers because the necklace that Gwendolyn wears is from the set that included Alana and Marco's engagement rings. Or wedding rings, the ones that Marco stole from her. Because the child can feel the powers pulling towards each other, and now Will and Gwendolyn have a tracking beacon that leads straight to Alana and Marco in the form of their adopted child.
She's their love child.
I mean, she looks like she could be, but...
She looks like her with...
Seriously, though.
She looks like a young her.
Yeah, that's what I was like. They could be, but, it could be a found family.
It's a male. Why are you blocking that?
It's nipples. Okay.
Really?
Where was I at? Now moving on to chapter
What is she doing?
10. And we go back in time to Alana reading her romance novels to Marco. But yeah, Alana is reading her romance novels to Marco as she was guarding him while he performs his rehabilitation through labor. Shirtless. Because apparently he needs to be shirtless.
She punches the crap out of him, and now they're like best of friends. What the hell?
She's reading her smutty romance novel to him while he works, and he likes it, and where was I?
I mean,
and they have an interesting intellectual conversation about the symbolism in the smutty book. Also, I make note of the ball and chain attached to Marco. That's some symbolism right there.
Ooh.
What? Oh, yeah. And everything is going great until we learn that Marco is being sent to a place called Blackside that no prisoners have returned from. And Alana reacts in the most romantically appropriate fashion by freeing him, and then they make out and run off into the sunset. Deja vu?
So he's got both rings on him.
At that point, yeah.
But why wouldn't they have taken that away from him?
She actually retrieved the rings. It actually says it right there that he was happy she retrieved him, and she retrieved him because of translator rings, and they couldn't actually understand each other, and so he needed the ring to be able to hear her read the story to him. Yeah, the voice that happens is Hazel, the baby, like she's telling their story.
So this whole book is literally
the baby telling the story. Yeah, where are we? Oh yeah. Back to the present, and we have Mama Clara and Marco on the egg. They make it to the Shadow Ruins and get accosted by these weird witches that call themselves the midwives. Yeah, with their upside-down
Dad
heads.
is a gorilla.
Yes, their heads are upside down. I do not understand, but they threaten Mom and Marco until Isabel shows up with one of her illusions and scares them off. And as per normal teenage ghosts' antics, Isabel starts arguing with Grandma, which, I mean, Grandma is the one who cast her onto the egg. But as they were arguing, the egg starts cracking, and they quickly and succinctly portal out of Dodge. Back on the tree ship. Alana is freaking out because Hazel's belly button fell off.
Oh, the freaking the thing fell off. Yeah, fell off. I broke her.
Yeah.
Congratulations, your daughter has her own belly button.
Yeah.
What are you doing over there?
And where was I? Which her belly button fell off, highlighting, and this highlights that Alana is so new to this, and Bar is the bestest and calmest grandpapa. Marco, Mom, and Isabel arrive on the tree ship shortly before the egg completely shatters open, and we have Space Baby.
It's Space Godzilla.
Space Galactus, actually. And just as the egg hatches, the Will's Whirlybird shows up, and the Will is the one to inform us that the giant floating space baby is called a time suck.
What the
A time suck. And it is basically Galactus in infant form. It consumes and destroys. The Will, being the smart freelancer he is, tries to leave because ain't nobody got time for the Galactus baby. Gwendolyn, being the scorned lover she is, decides to fire a heart-seeking missile because even though their scanners cannot pick up the tree ship, Gwendolyn is certain she feels Marco out there and she wants to destroy him. Back on the tree ship, they detect the missile and
bounce. What the hell?
Yeah. Yeah, Alana, using her military smarts, bonks the missile and it gets straight into baby Galactus. The baby doesn't become collateral damage, it just throws a tantrum, lashes out at all the ships in the vicinity. It does specifically attack the Whirlybird, and the cat becomes collateral damage. Yeah, that's the baby talking about collateral damage. Because, turn the page.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh, she shouldn't have freaking shot the damn... It sucks because
that was Gwendolyn. The cat is innocent. Collateral damage.
Yeah.
It's okay. Hold on, let me switch my... Hold on.
Why'd you block... You can't really... I mean,
There's
yeah,
some
you
side
can.
stuff. Okay, chapter 11. You show the cover.
Just because you cover the nips doesn't mean...
And we're back in the past, specifically with Alana and Marco doing some baby making, which leads to an argument about whether or not they should have children and the name of said non-existent children.
Okay, you're gonna go through the whole process, but then say, "Oh, I." What the hell?
I told you.
Yeah, at least we're not I mean, never mind.
But she does go through, like, the whole, like, just so we know. Yeah. And then he goes, like, if I have a son, I want to name it Bar after his dad. And she's like, oh.
Like a soap?
Yeah. This was an interesting pivot.
Like a bar? Or like a tavern? Like a soap?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and I love it.
And back on the ship, tree ship, which is what I'm going to call it, tree ship. Oh no, back. Galactus is trying to eat the tree ship, or baby Galactus. To help with the escape, Marco and Mom run to the engine room to give the ship more power, while the whirlybird flies past the windshield. Yeah, whirlybird flying past the windshield.
Or like floating.
On the whirlybird, the wheel performs a miraculous save. Just kind of boosts out of the ship.
I'm Birdman. Okay, he would have died as soon as he...
If he were human, and if this wasn't a magic universe full of sci-fi creatures.
True.
I have no idea what everybody's capable of. Anyway, in the engine room, we learn a little bit about how the tree ship runs. Basically, the engine grows its own fuel to burn. I don't understand magic tree ship at all. Realizing that the air might not be another option, Mom hands Marco the portal helmet and tells him to run. He takes the helmet and throws it in the furnace, setting the rocket to blue flames.
Pew pew.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Because blue flames burn hotter.
They can no longer teleport now.
And which is too much for the ship, and it starts cracking under pressure. Bar performs a miracle by magically holding the ship together, knowing he's doing more harm to himself.
I mean, he's going to die anyway, so why not? I mean, he said it himself.
Yeah,
that's the whole reason why he's doing it.
Back on the whirlybird, the wheel just confirms that everyone is still alive and the tree ship exists. And also, we still don't know the name of the girl child, and he and Gwendolyn have inadvertently adopted, and she's still called Slave Girl, and I don't like it. Which, by the way, that's his... Yeah.
The baby actually looks like a baby now. And not a tadpole.
Yeah. And back on the tree ship, Bar's final act to save his family and the love of his life. His final words were talking about how beautiful Hazel's eyes were. And flashback to learning how to ride a grasshopper.
So, where's the tissues coming into play?
Just read.
So they threw him into the fuel. They threw him in his fuel.
Mm-hmm.
She uses the clothes as a bookmark.
She still has a scrap of clothes that he made her.
Oh, and uses it as a bookmark.
These days she uses it as a bookmark.
How big is it?
It's a scrap, so it's probably
tattered.
Yeah. Chapter 12. Oh, this one is interesting.
The cover art.
You can show the cover. I've censored what needs to be censored.
The TV's head.
And chapter 12 is the final chapter of the second volume. And we have Prince Robot 4, of whom we haven't seen in a while. And we are back in his past. He's injured on the battlefield.
Is that...
And oddly thinking about...
Is that what I think it is?
Yeah, it gets worse on the next page.
That's one big hot dog.
There's Rotsworth.
What in the living...
Yeah. Anyway, he's injured. Like, he's...
3 hot dogs?
Yeah. And it's dudes. Like, I question some things.
Yeah, because he's like...
He's royalty.
He's married, so why isn't he thinking about his kid?
He has actually. This is in the past. He hasn't actually gotten to the point where the.
Okay, so this is a flashback before he realizes that he was. Or
yeah, the little mouse
what
lady.
in the heck?
Okay, little mouse lady comes to save him, and we learn that she joined the military to earn her degree, which I think is very symbolic. There's a sudden gas attack, and Prince Robot tries to protect the mouse lady, who saved him, only to find out she was never given a mask. Which seems to be standard issue for the soldiers of the Landfall people, because these are all the Landfall soldiers, actually.
Yeah.
And this is fairly telling of how Landfall treats their other planetary creatures that have been conscripted into war that they didn't ask for. And that includes Prince Robot, because even though he is royalty and he is royalty and he is heir apparent, people still answer to his people still answer to Landfall. That was a PTS dream, by the way. PTSD dream. And this is, I was going to say, this is further explored when Prince Robot wakes up from his PTSD nightmare and gets a call from the guy who delivered his orders. This guy's name is Gale. I honestly did not think he would come back up, but here we are. Gale sarcastically lets us become aware that of the Landfall political climate. It's kind of interesting because Landfall is a democracy, by the way, just like America, and it has a president, of which we have yet to see. But election season is coming up, and
Land Wars.
Well, I've not got that far yet. Go back to the dance. Let's see. Apparently election season is coming up, and the one Wreath Landfall hybrid in existence is a slap in the face to the president hoping for re-election. Prince Robot 4, heir apparent to the Robot Kingdom, which is a monarchy that is under the rule of the Landfall democracy. Politics is not my forte. I do not understand. But that is how it is.
Did he just wish his wife breast cancer?
No. He's talking about the president.
He's talking about a royal princess. Wouldn't that be her?
That is his wife.
So he's wanting to talk to his wife.
No, he's threatening.
Oh.
Yeah, because I was like, anyway, Prince Robot does not like the current sitting president. Also, the skull ship we're talking about, actually, that he's on, actually belonged to the Stalk. In retaliation, Gale basically threatens Prince Robot's wife and unborn child, which she is showing quite beautifully. Did you show her showing?
Yeah.
Show her belly? Where was I at? She is showing her. I can't really tell the passage of time here because I am completely unsure of the gestation period of robots. But we must move on from the political intrigue and threats to the robot monarchy, while Prince Robot and by proxy us, have finally made it to Quietus and to meet this adorable seal creature and Oswald, the author of Alana's smutty romance novel.
And his. Apparently.
That's Alana's novel. And Prince Robot and Oswald have a conversation that takes plenty of interesting twists and turns. Starts with Prince Robot mentioning the anti-war symbolism in the smutty book. I just
realized that's the first time you actually see a lot of the cover art for that.
No, they showed the entire cover art.
Oh.
Previously. In book 1, I do believe. Yeah, both Marco and Prince Robot picked up on the symbolism where Alana just loved it as a smutty book. Anyway, Oswald, who is isolated on a planet and of a species that was conscripted by Landfall, tries to deflect by saying it's just porn without plot, and with a good cash grab after his divorce. They talk about Oswald's son, and that he lost his son to the war, and Prince Robot talks about his own expecting wife, and then we discover that Oswald's son was lost to, the circumstances were PTSD related. Prince Robot tries to take the high horse approach and claim that PTSD is a weakness, which you have to remember Prince Robot has PTSD nightmares, and he is also royalty with the support system that comes from status and money. And this confrontation leads to a good old Prince Robot shooting Oswald in the knee. And then there's a whole sequence which makes me feel like Prince Robot might want out of this life because he tries to use everything he has to convince Oswald to, end his life. But Oswald is a pacifist like Marco. And after this very interesting and very pointed conversation about PTSD and soldier support systems and how artists make more money after they kick it, Prince Robot pulls up a chair to hang out and wait for his target to arrive.
While reading the book in front of him.
Yep. Only they're already in the house, hiding in the attic. And I'm going to point out that it is interesting that the 3 women are leading the protective front on this one while Marco holds the baby. Go back. Yeah, the 3 women are leading the protective front on this one while Marco holds the baby. Also, Mom lost an ear.
Huh? When?
Yeah, I don't know. And that is the end of Volume 2.
Another POV. Oh.
Thoughts? Opinions?
Weird.
Yeah. But it's fun.
Not traumatized. Yet.
I am very much traumatized. Of all the stuff I've shown you. Okay.